Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone getting angry when others decide to lose weight. Specifically, they get upset when formerly body-positive people lose weight, and they say they wish they'd get fatter. We're also going to be taking a look at several bonus clips, including one where someone is getting angry that a brand decided to stop selling a size 32, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
The second I see a fat creator say anything about weight loss, I'm gone. I'm sorry. Get fatter. Get fatter.
Okay, so anytime a larger creator talks about losing weight, they want them to get fatter. Why? I don't know why we would get so upset if other people wanted to make positive changes in their lives. It has literally nothing to do with us. Do we feel like they're abandoning the movement if they lose weight? What if that person was losing weight for health reasons? You still wish they'd get fatter? That doesn't seem very supportive. Next.
So, Lucy and Yak have decided to no longer create clothes in a size 32.
I've heard about this. In the video I made yesterday, somebody was complaining about that.
And obviously fat people are cheesed off about it.
Cheesed off about it, I bet. Whatever that means. I'm guessing angry.
Obviously. Especially because actually, when you've been looking for size 32, often the size isn't there anyway. It's not, they've just not been flying off the shelves. People want them. They just haven't been making them, enough of them.
Well, actually, people don't want them enough for it to be profitable for the company to sell, as they explained before. For those of you that didn't catch yesterday's video, although you should, here's a link, please go check that out. Lucy and Yak said that they are no longer going to carry a size 32 because the demand just wasn't there. They did a little trial to see how many they sold. It didn't go well, so they decided to stop selling size 32 altogether.
If you're a fat person, you'll get it. We get it. We know what it's like. If you're thin, let me explain to you what it's been like being in a fat body.
I used to be larger myself, and then I lost weight. A lot of people that you see as thin today were actually formerly larger themselves, so you shouldn't assume that they don't understand your perspective or that they've never been there.
I'm not going to go into all of it. I'm just not going to. Because I don't have the time or the bandwidth. I'm not that smart. But
okay, well, if we're not that smart and we don't have the time or bandwidth to provide a good counter argument, maybe we shouldn't try.
Also, you have to recognise that every time fat people have something, or a part of something, every time we have something, it gets taken away from us.
You had something because this brand made size 32. Now that they've stopped making size 32, you have nothing.
It does. And whether that be representation, I'm thinking Adele, she's thin now. Lizzo, she's really turned her back on the fat community and lost a lot of weight.
I don't know if she turned her back on the fat community by deciding to lose weight.
I'm thinking clothing, ASOS, plus size, it's just not as good as it used to be.
Okay, well, I mean, if your biggest complaints in life are not getting clothes in your particular size, I would say you have it pretty good. I'm not saying this isn't a valid concern and everybody doesn't need to be clothed. I'm just saying some people are actually going through crazy stuff.
There's people that are dying.
Once upon a time, you could be a well-dressed fat person, and now, I mean, you can, because look at us, look at what we're doing, but...
Yeah, that t-shirt is wild.
Do I think it's good enough? No. So what is it? What is left for us as fat people? What can we have?
I would go to a different store that carries a size 32. By the way, they're talking about a UK size 32, so it's not nearly as outrageous as you initially thought. A UK size 32 is equivalent to a US size 28.
What can we have? Please?
What is this? You're begging me for plus sizes. Dude, give this dude some plus sizes. Lucy and Yak, what are you doing? You got him groveling over here. Come on, man.
What could we have? Except, I guess, our community.
I mean, I guess you have that. Yeah, that's really making it all worthwhile, huh? Thank God we have this community. Otherwise, we might be really going through it right now. I'm sorry.
And that fat ass. That helps.
And then at the end, he said something about having a big ass helps or something. I don't know, man. Okay, so the plus size community continues to be upset about Lucy and Yak no longer carrying a size 32. Just so you know, we're talking about a UK size 32. So it's a little bit smaller than a US 32. I would say if a particular brand no longer carries this size, we just go to one that does. We've got the internet where you can buy dang near anything these days, super conveniently, and it's to you like the next day or the day after that. I actually have a subscription of mustache combs that come in every single week. Do I donate the old ones to charity or something? No, I throw them in the garbage. Stupid. I'm just kidding, dude. Please don't be wasteful. Don't throw away mustache combs. There is a mustachioed gentleman somewhere that can use that comb. Donate it. Okay, sorry, I'm being stupid. I just started being stupid for the very first time right there. Next. Okay, now we're gonna watch this. I apologize ahead of time. I don't know if I'm gonna need to blur anything out from this or if we can just all be adults and watch this.
So somebody said something fatphobic to me the other day, and obviously they didn't know it was fatphobic.
Okay, let's just not talk about the fact that you are lacking pants. This reminds me of how I used to give presentations back at the office. No wonder they fired me. Cynical, we've been over this. We need you to wear pants in the office. Psh, I've had it up to here with your rules. You gotta let me live, baby. You gotta let me be free.
And I responded poorly. Obviously. And they really had no idea that I literally was talking about how fatphobia is very much, we are being discriminated against as like a people. I know that.
As a people. All right, you are a people now. This isn't the first time that I've heard something along those lines.
If you aren't like above maybe a size 12, 14 and a woman, you probably aren't feeling it at its all-time high.
Perhaps not. Do we experience it more when we're wearing pants or less? Do the pants increase or decrease the fat phobia? Why aren't we wearing pants?
But it's really bad. Like, really bad.
Okay, can you elaborate?
Fatphobia, especially with, entering Ozempic and Wegovy, now we have this reason for fatphobics to hand you something and be like, here, I'm giving you a solution.
Ozempic is like crazy expensive. So if the quote fat phobics want to go around handing that out to people, that's going to cost them a lot of money, right? They must be rich because I heard it's like $1,000 a month. Is that true? Is that true? Is that how much it is?
Take it. That is still inherently fatphobia.
Okay, so you're saying that now that Ozempic exists, the fat phobics have something to offer people. They're like, here's a solution to you and your state of being, or something essentially. Okay.
And I would...
And it's not pills, it's injections. I am always referring to Ozempic as pills or something. I'm sorry, man. I've told you guys I'm old. God, I don't know what's going on anymore. Not that I ever did. Give me back my son. Sorry about that, Mel Gibson. It's been a while since I did that.
I'd love to talk about it. Welcome to my channel. I will be talking about it nonstop.
I feel like you haven't really said anything. Like, we keep being like, fat phobia is bad and it shouldn't exist, but we're being like super duper vague about it.
I actually was almost killed by fatphobia at a size 14. I wish I was kidding, but...
Okay, that sounds bad, dude. What happened?
But it will kill you. So this is why
What happened?
I talk about it. And I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm a plus girl.
They have this new invention. It's called pants or shorts or any sort of garment on our lower body. And I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't wear that because of your body type. I just wish that we would all clothe ourselves so that we are decent out here in this society. Is that too much to ask for? Am I gonna have to blur this out? I don't know. Is this adding to our point?
And this is me I get my blood work done. I get CTs regularly. If I am...
You get CT scans regularly? Why? Just for the heck of it? Is that part of your regular checkup? Because it's not part of mine.
actively losing weight, then I know that something's wrong with my body because I'm not trying to.
If you're actively losing weight, then you'll know that something's wrong with your body because you're not trying to. Okay, what if we are actively gaining weight, but we're not trying to? Is there anything wrong with our body then?
Okay, I'm not here to talk about that. This isn't the space for that. This is a space for fat phobia.
This is a space for fat phobia. Okay, so you like it and you want it. You want more fat phobia. That's what you said. This is a space for fat phobia. I thought we were fighting it. I thought we were opposed to it. You're sending me a lot of mixed signals, my friend.
So I'm going to talk about that. We're going to unpack fat phobia and how it looks post Ozempic life. And I think it'll be really fun to talk about.
It is super fun. This is enthralling.
To remind people that this is literally like, we can't exist.
You haven't said anything. You've just said fat phobia is really bad. You wouldn't know unless you're larger and this and that and yada, yada, yada. And then you just basically keep saying, it's really bad. It's so bad. Like, you're not being specific at all. You didn't talk about how fat phobia almost ended you. Even though you referenced that, you didn't elaborate at all. You just went back to saying vague, general things like, it's really bad. It's really bad out here. Like, I feel like we literally haven't said anything.
Like, fat people aren't able to exist right now.
That's weird because I heard that the average size was between a 16 and an 18. So,
Like, we are literally, like, instead of getting proper medical care, we're handed Ozempic.
really? I thought it was very expensive and you had to actually pay for it. Or your insurance had to pay for it or cover some of it or whatever. You say they're just handing out Ozempic like hotcakes to whoever passes by that happens to live in a larger body.
Do you see, like, it was worse before, but now it's at an all-time high.
Because Ozempic exists, it's at an all-time high. Fat phobia. But nobody's forcing anybody to take Ozempic.
Right? They have an excuse not to give you medical help.
I don't think that doctors are refusing to treat larger patients just because Ozempic exists. I could do the blood work for you, or just take this Ozempic. Take it. I don't think they're doing that.
Because you didn't take the Ozempic to begin with. How dare you?
I have never heard of this phenomenon.
You didn't want to. So we're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna talk about it all. So welcome to Mana Paints, Mana Talks, and
Mana Pants? Is that the name of your channel? Because you aren't wearing any pants? Let's hear that again.
welcome to Mana Paints, Mana Talks, and let's go.
Okay, so her page is called Mana Pants or Mana Talks or something, where she gives lectures sans pants, without pants. Okay, that's a very interesting angle. Welcome to the channel where we talk about super important, serious stuff while I don't wear pants. Okay, I guess we can approach this topic like that. I don't see why not. And she wrapped up her clip by saying that now that Ozempic is available, doctors will refuse to treat you because you didn't take it previously. We're not going to treat you for all these ailments. You should have taken the Ozempic before. Also, if you have various ailments, here, take this Ozempic. That's interesting. She acts like they're giving out Ozempic like hotcakes. I've heard it's insanely expensive.
So we don't deny a heart patient a stent because they ate salt their entire life. Yet obese patients are denied bariatric surgery, all because somebody believes that their past choices disqualify them from the care they need.
I believe people are only disqualified from bariatric surgery if they are beyond a certain size, and now anesthesia would not be safe to administer to them. There are some requirements. Typically, you have to prove that you can lose weight and stick to some sort of dietary guidelines for at least a short amount of time, because if you get that surgery and you don't, it can be insanely dangerous. Also, some people have to lose some weight before they can get the surgery, so it's actually safe to get the surgery.
It highlights how obesity is uniquely punished as self-inflicted. Even
No, like I said, some people can't get that surgery because it's not safe. They don't deny obese people bariatric surgery because they're obese. That's the silliest thing I've heard. It's designed for obese people, actually. That's who the surgery is for. You're like, they won't even give bariatric surgery to obese people. They're giving it all to thin people? I don't know.
No, every single chronic disease has behavioral components too.
Okay, let's look at the comments. This person says, show a correlation of how many people have had gastric surgery and regained all of the weight back versus outcomes after a heart stent. True, a lot of people actually gain all of the weight back after bariatric surgery. This person says, well, they can't just ask for the surgery. They have to go through counseling and nutrition classes and prove they can be disciplined enough to eat right. Otherwise, they can literally pass away after the surgery. This person says it's because if they can't control their weight before they get bariatric surgery, and then they get the bariatric surgery, guess what happens? And it actually happens a lot. They end up stretching their stomachs back out again. Yeah, and that can be insanely dangerous. This person says, I have PCOS. One of the symptoms is inability to lose weight. I have had at least 3 orthos basically berate me about just losing 10 pounds. I end up snapping at them and telling them when you find a cure for PCOS, I'll lose all the weight you want. So now I've gone to telling doctors that look at my weight as a symptom, not the cause, and I need you to put that in my chart that you are ignoring my requests. A lot of people with PCOS have actually lost weight. Okay, so this is another person claiming that their obesity is caused by PCOS, but a lot of research indicates that PCOS is actually exacerbated by obesity. Plus, I know several people with PCOS that have actually lost weight, including Michelle McDaniel, who I'm sure you've all heard of. She's a big creator in this niche. This person says, I don't understand why insurance refused to cover GLP-1s. Wouldn't it be better if your customers are able to lose weight and not have complications? This person says, no, because patients can't undergo surgery. It's too dangerous, or the surgeon believes they won't stick to the diet. It's not a miracle surgery, it's a help. Haters are gonna hate. Mongo says, yes. D says, but it's not past choices, it's the past and the current which they don't want to give up. Maggie says, public service announcement, not all overweight people overeat or have a food addiction. Okay. This person says, one of my favorite disqualifiers is that damned BMI. It's absurd. Created by a Belgian statistician in the 1830s, it was never intended to be used the way it's used now. Right, but I've never met anybody who the BMI said was morbidly obese that wasn't. So I don't think it's inaccurate. The BMI isn't the end-all be-all measurement system, but it is a good general tool. If it says that you are morbidly obese, perhaps we should look into our weight a little bit, you know? Alright, and in that final clip, that person said that some people can't get bariatric surgery because of their weight, which is really interesting because that surgery is specifically to help people lose weight. Like I said, though, I think she was just upset that some people have to lose weight before they can actually get the surgery. But it's for safety reasons. It's to make the surgery itself safer and also to prove that you can stick to this thing, because if you don't, that can be super dangerous. A significant portion of people regain weight after bariatric surgery, with studies showing rates from around 25 to over 40%, experiencing substantial weight regain within 2 to 10 years, often regaining about a third of lost weight long term, though figures vary widely depending on the definition of regain and the study's time frame. Long-term success sees many maintaining significant loss, but a large minority faces recurrence. Okay, so that's why there are typically prerequisites for getting a bariatric surgery. Several people in the comments of that video basically said the same thing that I said. So we had a lot of interesting clips in today's video, but what do you think? Is it a problem when formerly body-positive people lose weight? What is Lucy and Yak's problem no longer carrying a size 32? And is it problematic that there are requirements to get a bariatric surgery? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. and I'll see you in the next one.